Hi, this is Jen Basir, and today I'd like to talk about what it is that stops people from accomplishing their goals once they've made a committed decision to go for them. So let's say that you've been working at a job, you've been doing it for a long time, and you just really aren't very happy there. You're not really enjoying it, it's not helping you feel like you're fulfilling your purpose in life. And we're going to use our stick figure that you're familiar with to help explain this. So this is our stick figure, all right? And remember, the top part here represents our conscious mind, our knowledge. The bottom part here represents our subconscious mind, which is where we start to have our feelings come into play. And then the body is where we get that vibration from the feelings expressed as emotions. And then we take action and we get certain results. So when you're at your normal state of being and you're not really working on accomplishing anything, you're working at that job and you're not really very happy there, you have what's called an X-type idea in your conscious mind, which creates X-type feelings in your subconscious mind, which creates the X-type vibration in your body, and you get these X-type results. And this state can be likened to being in bondage because you're trapped. You're not growing. You're not trying something new. You're just kind of hanging out there at the status quo. But let's say you make a decision and you think, all right, I want to change this. I've decided I'm tired of being at this job. It's not fulfilling for me. I'm going to leave. I'm going to go back to school because I know that I really want to do this instead. Okay? So you've made a decision to move forward and you've set a goal for yourself. And now what you've done is you've gone from this state of bondage, and now you've gone into this state called reason. So you've taken this new X-type idea and you've put it into your conscious mind and you're just thinking about it. You haven't yet gotten emotionally involved with it, so it's okay, it's not scary, but you're just debating. You're thinking, well, I could get a loan from here, or this is how I could pay for my bills. This is who will help me take care of my kids and take care of my house. And you're just kind of consciously working your way through this process of how you might manage to quit your job and go back to school to do what you really want to do. So everything's okay, okay? But then you come to this state where you think you've laid out all your plans, you've written your letter of resignation, you get ready to hand it in to your boss, and now you've gone past the reason step and you've started to take action on your new goal that you want to achieve. And so you've started to emotionalize it. So remember, our emotions are different vibratory states that we experience. So when you feel happy or when you feel sad, that's simply a state of vibration in your body, and we describe it as different emotions that make us feel different ways. So when you're in your state of bondage, when you're working at this job that you don't really like, you are at a particular vibration. You come up with the idea of leaving your job and going back to school, and that's a different vibration. Okay? Now, it's fine once this new vibration is just something that you're consciously thinking about. But the day that you actually write that letter and go in to hand it to your boss and get emotionally involved with that, now, remember, you still have the X vibration down here, but now you've got the emotions of the Y coming into your subconscious. So now you add that Y vibration to your X vibration. You don't know what to do about it. Now you get something that looks different. And that comes into your body, and that expresses itself in the form of fear. Because all of a sudden, you are ready to make this wonderful decision. You've been emotionally involved with it. You're like, I'm ready for this. But what manifests is fear. And that fear comes because we have worry and we have doubt. And we think, oh, but what if? That's the problem. We start questioning things. Well, what if? This state that you're in right now and what you're experiencing is what's called the terror barrier, and that's represented by this line. The terror barrier is basically this wall that you run up to once you have emotionalized the new experience that you want to achieve in life. You've basically been in bondage, you've been inside this little box, and you've decided my box is too small, I don't want to be here anymore. But now you need to make your box bigger. And to make your box bigger, you have to push that wall out. You have to step outside of your box. And doing so requires taking action to get results that you've never gotten before. And in order to get that new result, you have to take this Y-type idea and mix it with an X-type idea. The two of them don't mix. It's like oil and water. And so what happens is your worry, all of your what-if questions, comes in fear. That produces anxiety. And then you go, uh-oh, this isn't going to work, this isn't going to work, this isn't going to work. What happens if? And you hit that terror barrier and you go, all right, well, I don't like this. This feels way too uncomfortable for me. And you go all the way back to bondage. Because this is comfortable. Even though you don't really want to be here anymore, and you've consciously decided, and you've emotionally even decided, I don't like this place. You run up against that terror barrier, you hit this fear, you don't know what that is, or you know that it's fear, but you don't want to deal with it. And so you say, you know what, I'm not going to hand my letter to my boss today. I've got a few more weeks before school starts. I don't have to sign up yet. I'm not going to deal with this because this is too uncomfortable. But if you never go through that terror barrier, you're never going to accomplish what you want in life. You're going to be stuck inside that little tiny box, and you're not going to be satisfied there. So the way to deal with that is by recognizing that this is what's going on. Having knowledge and understanding allows you to have an increased awareness and to objectively look at your situation and say, okay, you know what? I've got this new idea. It's making me fearful. I know that I feel fearful. It's okay. I don't need to know all of the what ifs. I don't have to have everything figured out. As long as I have, I'm going to put you on the other side of the terror barrier because that's where you're going to get. As long as you have knowledge, from that knowledge you can get understanding. And the way to take action in spite of your fear is through faith. It takes faith to act, to know that when I step through this terror barrier, I don't have to know all of the what ifs. I have the faith that the thing that I want is also seeking me. I have the faith that what I need to accomplish what I want will come to me at exactly the right time. I have the understanding of how I work and of how the laws of the universe work to bring all of these things together for my good, because I am seeking to express and develop this beautiful spirit that I am, and that is my birthright, and that is my true nature. And so this fear doesn't go away. The fear is there. You conquer the fear by moving through it, by accepting it, by facing it, by realizing that it's there and being okay with it and saying, you know what, my faith, my understanding, my knowledge are bigger than that fear. My desire for my goal outweighs the thing that I fear. And so you come up to the terror barrier and you start to bounce off of it. You think, oh, I can't give my boss that letter. What if? And you can pause and take a breath and go, you know what? It's going to be okay. Because I have faith that it's going to be okay. I don't have to know all of the answers. I have to know what I want. I have to have faith to take one little step at a time. The only step you have to take at that time is to hand your boss that letter. That's all you have to do. It's one step at a time. So the way to overcome this terror barrier is through action, through committed action and determined action based on solid understanding of the laws of the universe, solid understanding of who you truly are as this beautiful spirit that is seeking to fully express itself. And as you take those actions one step at a time, the path will continue to be lit before you and you will be able to find your way. Don't let your fears stop you. Use your knowledge and understanding of who you are to have faith and to put that faith into action and to go through that terror barrier. Thanks so much for listening. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.